This city has been plunged
They have been through so much.
Believes the quake has taken hundreds of thousands of lives.
And millions of people out here with shelter.
Why does my heart feel so bad? Why does my soul feel so bad? Why does my heart feel so bad? Why does my soul feel so bad? Why does my heart feel so bad? Why does my soul feel so bad?
The forecasts are terrifying. According to a report published by the British NGO in 2007, 645 million people will be displaced from their homes over the next 40 years. Of these, some will be displaced by phenomena related to climate change, floods and submersion of coastal land. Others will be displaced by conflicts produced by catastrophic upheavals entailing the demographic resettlement of the planet. People are expecting help from both their government and the global community. However, previous cases have proved that money was a major issue for the government and the response time was not immediate. Over this waiting period, diseases could start to spread, which worsens the situation. D.E.S. is an architectural organization offering emergency aid to countries struck by natural disasters by promoting architecture and design solutions to humanitarian problems. Our architects and designers work with community groups and relief organizations to build sustainable, well-designed structures. Our goal is about something that is quick and easy to build and can give people a sense of security and privacy. D.E.S. architects respond immediately to affected regions. Aiming to create temporary housing units, we provide quick shelters to underhoused people by using low-cost recycled material such as paper, plastic, and so on. Our team works and communicates using building information systems. This object-oriented building development tool utilizes 5D modeling concepts. BIM concepts involved modeling not only on the three primary spatial dimensions of X, Y, and Z, but also time as the fourth dimension and cost as the fifth. The primary motive is to bring the teams together early on in the project. Dealing with such cases, it is important to stay organized. For this reason, each member of the team has assigned responsibilities. There are 2 members under management and marketing, 2 are set in the design process, and 2 others who travel on the site of interest. We are not building housing units, which could take over a month to be constructed. Our shelters need 1 to 2 days for completion with the cooperation of the inhabitants, and they are ready to be occupied. We make sure no one is left without shelter. Long shipping periods are cancelled due to our affiliations with the material providers in each continent. The materials are ready for use and do not need heavy machinery. The construction is easy and the cooperation of the inhabitants makes it even quicker. Our funds are received from the relevant governments and organizations. On top of that, traveling costs are sponsored by these factories as their brand names appears on the material and our structures. An example of our most recent response action was at Islamabad in Pakistan on June 22nd of 2010, which had been swamped by a major tsunami. The country was reeling from a natural disaster of astounding proportions. It was struck by the worst floods in the last 80 years, due to which over 2,000 people have already died and over 20 million was left homeless. As the CEO, I have various allies that keep me up to date with news around the world, which allows our team to take immediate action. Cooperating directly with the relative governments and collecting all the vital information about the event gives me a clear picture in order to organize and guide the team accordingly.
After communicating with the CEO, we collect the necessary data about the disaster. Being contracted with the government, we receive the necessary funding. We cooperate with the major humanitarian organizations such as Red Cross, UNESCO, and so on in order to coordinate a holistic response.
At the same time, we get in touch with our local affiliations, providing us with the materials needed. In this case, we cooperate with Green Earth Recycling Company, which is based in Lahore, Kand, in Pakistan, the area closer to the affected zone. Materials are guaranteed to arrive at the affected area immediately. All this information is communicated to the members of our team, who will go on site for their instant response.
We visit the site at the same day. As we reach the area, we are trying to locate the project at the safest area away from a potential continuation of the disaster. The next step is detailed site strategy, providing us with all the necessary information needed for the designers.
The material has been sent over. As soon as we get back the necessary design documents, we start the process of construction in collaboration with the locals that have been affected.
The marketing department let us know what kind of materials are available in the affected area. Our colleagues on site inform us with the needs, the natural characteristics, and the current conditions after the disaster.
We design considering upon the needs and the availability of materials. The design process lasts a maximum of 24 hours, since we've already designed templates based on different materials, site conditions, which we adjust for the current situation.
Our designs will not be included on lists of the world's tallest buildings. Instead, these designs are quietly creating shelter for the people who need it the most, survivors of earthquakes and tornadoes, underhoused people in impoverished regions. Architects need to move beyond their traditional role of designers of buildings in places of relative certainty and become facilitators of building processes that involve people in places of uncertainty and rapid change. Without this change, architects will remain on the margins of humanitarian response.